Hello everyone, you are welcome to House of Ada. My name is Blessing, and if today is your first time of coming across our video, please do not forget to like this video and subscribe it, share it with all your friends. And in today's video I'll be sharing with you how I made my designer shirt vintage look. So if you follow me all through to the video, you'll see how I made this beautiful, amazing shirt, and you will be able to make yours from the comfort of your home. So without wasting much of your time, let's go straight into the video. Hello everyone, you are welcome to my channel. My name is Blessing Adachuku, your creator. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how I made my vintage style kind of shirt. In my last video I showed how I made the 1940s shirt. You can check the link below to see how I made that. So today's one is going to be super easy, and I will try as much as possible to shorten my video so it's not that lengthy. You can learn within the short possible time. So I'm using this fabric. I kind of like it because it has that kind of vintage sort of look. So without wasting your time, you fold your fabric into, you measure your chest area, because it's a shirt, it's not meant to be very fitted. So I went straight ahead to measure myself. So my bust area is 40, but I don't want it too fitted, so I gave it 42. And I folded my fabric into 4. So as you can see, is into 4. So the back, this is for my back, I folded into 2, but the front one I cut it into 2, so it's in 2 pieces, because the center front is going to have button. So I measured myself, so I will show you what I did. So I marked ½ inch here. I have my ½ inch sewing allowance here. So I placed my tape. This is my armhole. My armhole is at 8. Sorry, I flipped it. I thought you would not be seeing it. So this is the top and this is the bottom. So this is my ½ inch sewing allowance here. So I folded the fabric into 4, and I start from here. This is 8. 8 is my armhole. These are guidelines, and this my waist area, but because it's not fitted, so I don't need all this. So I will show you to the full length. I'm using 26 as my full length, but I added 2 inches allowance, making it 28. So I'm going to fold the edge after sewing to have just 26. So here, this is my normal measurement. So my bust is 40, but like I said, I want to make it 42, meaning 10.5 inches. So this is, my measurement should start from here, because here is my normal measurement. This 2 inches here is for my buttonhole allowance that I'm going to button in front. So after sewing the back, I will fold in this to make my buttonhole. So here I will start. This is not my measurement, so I will start from here. So my shoulder is 16. I say 16 into 2, which is 6. Sorry, 16 into 2 is 8. So with your 1/2 inch allowance, so I will curve this to connect to this. So I'm going to mark a straight line and take it down all the way to my armhole guideline. But because your armhole is not straight, so I'm going to curve it here at the end. So this is what we are going to have. This is done. So my bust, where you have your bust, is at 10 inches down after your armhole. So I will mark 10.5. This is 10.5. With your 1 inch sewing allowance, I don't want to do half, so it's 11.5. That is 11.5 there. So it's going to be 11.5 all the way down. No fitted. It's going to be straight shirt. So here your neckline is going to be 3 here. So I'll say 2.5. Sorry, your neckline is 3 down and 3 here. You don't want it too wide because you are going to put the collar. So in order to cut the neck, I'm going to connect the lines together 3 by 3. But your neck is not straight, so it's round. So I'm going to curve it by this place like this. So I'll curve like this. So I'm now going to cut out this and cut out this. But before I do that, my shoulder is going to be slant. Our shoulders are not straight, so I will slant it this way. And another thing you have to know is that this is, sorry, I have been showing you for the front. So this is the back. I don't cut the back like this. So this, sorry for this, I'm going to put it for my front. Sorry about this. So you mark the front 3. So the front is 3 by 3 here. So this is the one to curve and cut out. But the back one, because the shirt, the back is high neck, so you're going to slant it a little bit. So I'm not going to cut here, sorry for the mistake. So you cut here. I will show you immediately. So this is it. But the slanting of the shoulder, I'll do that together. And I will cut off the armhole. So this this is the armhole out. Then I'll raise my back one to cut the front. So it's super easy to sew. This is what we have here now. So as you can see, this is all done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out the back one and then fold the front one. I will fold it first of all by 1/2 inch and then one like this to make the buttonhole. So I have gone ahead to fold in the front one, you see, and I have ironed it, and now the back and the front are the same. So but there is something I want to do in front. So this is my back panel. So the front one is going to be like this. So it's going to be like this when folded, and this one will come on top of it. But you see, I want to put my button here and then use this one for the buttonhole, but I want a different look for my buttonhole. So what I will do now is to sew. So I cut out 2-piece fabric, 4 inches fabric, and folded it into 2 to have 1.5. So I'm going to place it at the back and sew it all the way down. So I'm going to sew it down to this place, and then after sewing I will iron and bring it over to this place, and I will top stitch it here. So when I top stitch, I'm going to put it on top of my button, so you will see that perfect look for a buttonhole panel. So I'll go to my machine now to do it. So this is it, already ironed. So I'll turn it to this way. The reason for making it doubled, like if you're making your buttonhole, the fabric is meant to be strong or some kind of stiff. It's not meant to be light, so that when you are making the buttonhole, it's not going to contract in any way or the material will be shifting. So I'll top stitch it now. So as you can see, I have top stitched, but because this fabric has got about 3 both colors, the green, the blue, and the red, so I decided to use the red color for my top stitches so that it will give it that definite and, you know, that kind of classy look. Please, I would like to know in the comment section what you think about using different colors for your top stitches on the shirts. So for the inner one, where I'll put my button, as you can see, I put the red color. I use the red color for my top stitches. So please let me know what you feel like. We are all here to learn, so I don't know it all. Your ideas can even help me in my other videos. Please, let's interact. So I'll put my buttonholes here. This is all done now. So what I will do now is to join my front shoulder and to join my front with the back. So this is the back one, shoulder to shoulder. I'm going to join this like this. So this is the next stage now, shoulder to shoulder. So I'm going to sew with half an inch. I'm going to sew it half an inch, and then I'll I will join the sides. I'm going to do all this and show you the final result. So you join the shoulder, I join the sides, and then I will fix, when I join the sides, I will fix the sleeves. So to make the sleeves, you're going to fold your fabric. Like I said, I don't want this video necessarily long, so I went ahead to fold my fabric into 4 to cut my sleeve. So my sleeve length, I noticed that when making a vintage kind of shirt, when the sleeves are short, they look more beautiful, but when they are long, no, I don't know. So please do let me the sleeves you prefer, whether 3/4 sleeve or the short sleeve. Please let me know in the comment section below. And so my sleeve is going to be 9 by length and 14 inches by, the round sleeve will be 14 inches. So I marked ½ inch here for sewing allowance, and I will measure down to have 9 here. I'll draw it boldly. This is the back, so I'm the only one that will see it. So this is 9. So as you can see, I have 1.5 inches here. I'm going to fold the end like this inside. So, and by the round sleeve is 7, so 14 is 14 by 2 is 7. So with 1 inch sewing allowance, so I draw it down and I take it up like this. And another thing is to curve your sleeve this way. I don't know if you can see what I've done. This is how to curve your sleeve. So I will cut it off. So this is it, my 2 sleeves. So like I said, I'm going to fold the end. This is the back, so you fold it in, you fold in 1.5. so you start with ½ inch in, as you can see, then 1 inch like this. It's better to be 1 inch folded like this, so when you stitch, the look outside will be more beautiful. So I will do this on this other sleeve. So this is it, my 2 sleeves are ready. So I forgot to cut out the collar, but it's not late yet. So I'm going to join the shoulder. Then after joining the shoulder, I will measure round. So this is my shoulder and the sides already joined. So this is the look I have now. As you can see, my shirt is almost done. So in joining my shoulder, see the way I joined it, and then the sides I did same, like that kind of TM layerings kind of joining the stitches, very neat. So to join my collar, I'm going to measure around the whole neck. So So this is the neck area now, so I'll measure it round like this. You put your tape round the neck after joining your shoulders, so you take it round. And what I have here is 18.5 inches, so I'll keep it aside. So I already went ahead to iron out a fabric, a stripe like this. So I'm going to measure is 18.5, but you need 1/2 inch sewing allowance on the both sides. So this material is this is 5 inches length, so I folded it into 2 to give me 2.5, which is what is needed. So I have 2.5 fabric here, so I'll fold it again like this to have 19.5. So I need to make sure it's up to 19.5. Sorry, like this, 19.5. For doing this, if you look at your shirt, the collar is not straight, so I'll mark this. And then you need a little piece of fabric that is 1 inch that I'll use to tuck this in by 19.5, the same like this upper one. So but the difference is that I'm going to curve this. The first one is not curved, but this I'm going to curve it a little bit, just a little. You need 2 yards to make this kind of shirt. So now the next thing is to turn my collar like this. So I'll sew it 1/2 inch in, 1/2 inch in, and top stitch. So as you can see, I used another red. I used the same red color to top stitch my collar. So this is the final stage now. So with these 2 pieces of fabric, you remember the curved end is on top here, and I'm going to place my collar like this and then use this to cover. So I'm going to sew it from here round to this place. So after sewing around, you turn it out. This is what you will have. So this is it. It in 1/2 inch like this. So I'm going to fold it in like this, already ironed. So the next thing is to pin it round the neck. This is my front neck, so make sure the area you use red to top stitch is facing out. So you start from here. So I'll put this in here. Make sure that is well fixed in. With your needle, you secure it. And pin it all the way till the whole neck is well fixed. So this is it here. So it's for me to go to my machine now and hold it down, stitch it down. So the next thing is to fold the hem. So I'll iron in 1/2 inch first. then you fold down one like this, and then I'll do all this at once and I will show you the final result. And another thing, to add our sleeves, so it's this way. So 1 to 4 from my shoulder to my half of the armpit. So I'll mark my 4. So I make a small dart. The reason is for it to have a nice shape around my bust area, so it doesn't look too masculine. So I'll go and do this then, and you sew it just a little bit, just 2 inches. So I'm going to stitch it 2 inches down, then I will fix the sleeves. So as you can see, the sleeves have been fixed and well ironed. So the next thing to do is, the shirt is almost ready, so I have gone ahead to measure, and I will mark here, so like this, and another 3 inches. So I like 5 to 6 buttons, then another 3. I will do that till they are all marked. So after making, you can see I have 6 buttonholes to make. I don't know, but as of the time of making this video, I just chose to use a white button to give it a contrasting look. So I'll do my buttonhole and I attach this. If you are the one having this shirt, what color of button do you advise that I use? What color of button do you prefer to use on this kind of shirt? Maybe from your comment, I'm going to change the button in the future and use another button for my shirt, but now I'm thinking of using white buttons for with a white trouser, or a navy blue or a red trouser to wear my shirt. So I see you in a bit.